Hey everyone, my name is Zenia and today we're at the market to try the freshest sushi of the Balearic Islands. Today we're at the Olivar Market in the heart of Palma. Founded in 1951 in this beautiful Mediterranean style building, now it's a fully accessible modern market with lots of fresh foods available as well as local specialities and eateries. Our location today is Purozushi, founded in 2010 by a Michelin star decorated chef. We're gonna try it, we're gonna talk to the owner. Let's go! So I'm here with Thomas Wilden, the founder, owner of Purozushi, and I was just going to talk to you. I'm just going to ask you how this came to be. So what was your inspiration to open Purozushi? Why a sushi bar?
It's a kind of business. There was nothing here in the market. It was 10 years ago or 12 years ago. So I think I start to make sushi and it works well.
So for you as a chef, as an owner, what is the key to good sushi? What is the one element or more than one element that makes the sushi good?
The best element is the rice. You have to prepare the
I
rice
agree.
perfectly. It's about 70% of success. And the marinade, how to prepare the rice, because the rice must melt in your mouth when you eat sushi. And not like one chewing gum or something like that. So fresh products like the best fish and vegetables and workflow and something like this.
We're also dealing with a bit of a cultural mixture here because this is a Japanese restaurant at a market in Spain and you're German. Can you tell us a little bit about how those different cultural backgrounds influence the food that you serve here?
Yeah, before I was a chef in many hotels and I have 2-star Michelin like chef. So, and I create different roles. We have 13 roles. Everything is created by myself and it's something special, it's something new. So in Düsseldorf we have also one shop like this on the market. So this makes my son in Düsseldorf. It works very good and everybody is very happy with the sushi.
And as a Michelin star chef, what makes a food elevated? What makes it deserving of a Michelin star? What sets it apart from just normal, regular restaurant food?
It can be simple time, but every time you have to be perfect. When you serve, the kinds of products have to be made perfect and then serve it on a plate. Before in my life, I make only sauces. And this was the best, but to get the star, you know, to make different sauces. When you have the sensoric, so you can make sauces, and this I learned also from French people. They know how to make sauces.
And here specifically at Purozushi, what kind of a customer, what kind of a person will love this place? Like, what is the energy? Like, who is your client?
The most of the customers, they are Germans. 80%, and they enjoy the place. And when they come to vacation, it's the first, and they come from the plane. The first they come here for to eat sushi, and some people live here, and they can take away sushi. They can eat here with good wine or champagne, whatever you want.
And they definitely have to have a sophisticated palate, right? Because it's the combination of flavors. It's a very elegant dish, right?
Yes,
sushi.
yes. It's different. It's a new kind of sushi.
Yeah, excited to try.
This is a nice cava. It comes from Catalonia. It goes well with sushi and smoked salmon. I open Familie Oliver is the name. Cheers. Okay. This is Tempura Langostino with mango and seaweed.
Okay, now it's finally time to try everything that chef has prepared for us. I think we should start with a cheers to all of you. Great, I love me a good cava. So we're starting with the shrimp tempura with mango, and I'm waiting for you guys to just roast the way I eat sushi, because thing is, in theory, I know that you shouldn't do certain things. For example, you really shouldn't mix the wasabi into the sauce, but I do that still. You know what, we're not in Japan, right? This is a fusion and it got brought to me, so I'm making the best of it. I'm also gonna try to not dip any of the sushi into the sauce excessively. I'm gonna try to keep it moderate, again, for the sake of you guys not destroying me in the comments. So the first roll we're gonna try is the shrimp tempura with mango. Excited for this one. This one is definitely on the sweeter side. We have a bit of seaweed on the outside too, which has a really nice chew. Though this is definitely a me thing, but I'm not a fan of bell peppers, so subtracting points for that. But overall, it's a very nice, sweet, flavorful bite. So I would say this is a 7 out of 10 for me.
This is flamed sushi. It's teriyaki salmon. So we put some sauce, teriyaki sauce, and we flame it then. Salmon teriyaki flamed.
So the next one we have here is the teriyaki salmon that we saw the chef torch for us, which is always fun. And teriyaki salmon is just a old trusty classic, I feel, for a lot of people, but it's not that often that you see it in the form of a sushi roll. So let's try. The torch added a really nice char. It's a bitterness that really, really complements the sweetness of the usual teriyaki sauce that we all know and love. And it's such a great combination. It almost feels like a teriyaki salmon dinner, but in one bite, because you have all the elements. You have the rice, you have the salmon, the sweetness of the sauce, the char of the cooked fish. You also have the freshness of the seaweed to bring a bit more of a brighter flavor. This is really good. I would say it might be a bit on the beginner sushi side of the spectrum, because it's mostly cooked fish. There's nothing too adventurous about this flavor, but I would say it's a really good, solid 8 out of 10.
This is strawberry tuna. It's marinated with soya sauce, salsa ponzu, and ginger, and then in the end teriyaki.
I am kind of using the champagne as the palate cleanser. I know I should be using the ginger, but again, as a sushi lover, a shameful thing to admit, I am really not a fan of ginger. But you know, to each their own. This next one, I am already biased about. I'm really excited for it because it's the strawberry tuna. I really, really appreciate a good, fresh, raw tuna. It's not often that you come across a good one, but this looks really good. The color is beautiful. And I'm really excited to see how the strawberry complements it. This is actually exceeding all expectations right now. This is such a flavor explosion, and the strawberry is definitely more on the sour side, again, as opposed to the mango that we've already had. And we might be reaching really, really top ranks this early on in the video, because it's really, really good. There's something about the combination of the tuna with the strawberry that I really, really love. So I'm gonna have to say this is a 9 out of 10. Really, really good. My favorite so far for sure, but there's still a lot to come.
This is salmon sweet chili. There's pineapple inside, and it's also flamed with sweet chili sauce and flames.
This next one here is the salmon with pineapple and sweet chili sauce, which pineapple and sweet chili is again a pairing that a lot of people know and love. So let me try it. Haven't had this combo on sushi quite yet, so. This is really good. It has almost like a Hawaiian type of flavor to it, which obviously because of the pineapple, but also we know that Hawaiian cuisine is famous for its seafood as well. So it almost has a bit of a poke vibe, if I do say so myself, which you know I really, really love poke. If you've been watching the channel, you know that. This is really nice in the way that the flavors combine. I can't really pick it apart as much as the previous ones because this is just such a harmonious bite. I would say this is a good 8.5 out of 10.
So this is Gamba Piri. It's marinated with chili, ginger and some spicy sauce, and outside is pineapple.
Now we have the Gamba Piri with a again, special sauce with some sesame on top. This is one of the simpler ones, but still very exciting. So this was definitely a bit of a simpler bite, like I said, but don't make the mistake of assuming that it's a bad thing when I say it, not at all. I'm usually a simple sushi lover. When I just grab a box of sushi, I just go for a salmon nigiri, and like the chef was telling us earlier, the key to good sushi is definitely rice. And I always notice it because when you take a bite, you take a piece of sushi, and for me usually the second the rice touches my tongue, I know whether it's gonna be good. And this is one of those instances where every ingredient is just so good that it just works. So it's another 8.5. Maybe pushing 9, but let's just stay at 8.5 for now.
So now we have scallop, goose liver and ginger and around mango.
Now we have the last sushi roll on our menu for today. This has a scallop, a mango and a goose liver, which might sound like an unusual choice for a sushi roll, but I've had sushi rolls that had goose liver before, and spoiler, I am a fan. I think it's a great addition. The creaminess, the richness just really complements the sour rice, so I do think I'm gonna love this. This was an experience. It's actually exactly the bite that I expected it to be. The richness, the creaminess, the smokiness of the goose liver just works so amazingly well. And I don't think I've ever seen goose liver paired with mango in any way, shape or form, in any dish. Like I know usually goose or duck kind of implies a sweetness, a glaze, but never really mango. This was such an explosion of flavor. This is definitely favorite sushi roll of the night. It's a very, very solid 9.5. Pushing 10, 9.5, very good.
Now we start with one simple dish. This is caviar, creme fraiche, served on a lime.
The next thing we have is caviar, served on a wedge of lime with some creme fraiche. And I will go there and say that a lot of people kind of write off caviar as one of those like gimmicky foods that are just made to rake up value when it comes to food. But I will go on record and say that I love caviar. I, for one thing, it's worth its price. I think it is a prime food. Everything is there. The richness is there, the complexity of flavor is there. And this is a really great pairing that we have here, because when you think caviar, you do think sour, because it is often paired with creme fraiche or sour cream, especially as a European, I see that done often. But we have this like added freshness of a lime, so this is gonna be great. I just know that. I'm not gonna pick it up gracefully, I'm gonna try. Oh. Okay. This is so great. I was talking about the sourness. But what I didn't think about is that the lime is actually more on the bitter side than a lemon would be. So there's the sourness and the savoriness from the creme fraiche, and then there's the acidity and the bitterness from the lime. I just think it's an amazing thing. Obviously, it's good quality caviar. It's the store brand at Purozushi, sold exclusively here, and there's not much you can do to ruin good caviar. But I just feel like this pairing just works so perfectly well for it. For me, this is a pure, undisputed 10 out of 10. This is what the peak of flavor looks like to me.
Now we come to one Peruvian dish. This is ceviche of corvina, and it's served in a half of lime and with the sauce.
And our last thing, but not least, we have a ceviche. Because actually, Purozushi also have a seafood bar called Pink Gamba, and this is from their seafood side of things. This is definitely not sushi at all, but ceviche is also a traditional dish in Mexican cuisine. It has also definitely kind of rubbed off on, again, Hawaiian cuisine culture as well. This is marinated fish. It's served very beautifully in a half of a lime. So I'm excited for that. It has avocado on it, some onions. I'm gonna try and pick up a good bite. Let's try. This was definitely a flavor that surprises you. And it's gonna sound strange because obviously when you're having ceviche, you expect it to be bright, you expect it to be acidic. But this is above and beyond that. Like the second it touches your tongue, there's just an explosion of this acidity, of this brightness, of this deep marinated flavors that are so married with each other. The avocado, the creaminess complements the acidity perfectly. And then we have the red onions on top for a bit of a kick, a bit of a bite. This is just an amazing bite of food. I'll be honest, I didn't expect to like it as much as I liked it. Again, I would give it a good 9. Just because I'm fresh off the caviar, I can't give it a 10, but it's a very, very good 9.5, and the sauce complements it perfectly as well. This was such an amazing experience, so many flavors, so many unusual combinations, and if you would like to try and see for yourself, visit Purozushi at the Olivar Market in the heart of Palma. And for now, give this video a like if you had a good time, subscribe, tap the notification bell to never miss an upload, and until next time, goodbye.